Princess Kate at the center of the royal family's strategy in 2026. Experts say she is the key to the institution's future. In 2026, Princess Kate, the Princess of Wales, has emerged as a central figure in the British monarchy's efforts to remain relevant, unified, and resilient amid a series of unprecedented challenges. As the public eye turns toward the future of the institution in a time of shifting public expectations and internal pressures, royal commentators and analysts increasingly identify Kate as the pivotal force holding together a centuries-old dynasty that now confronts modern realities. From royal watchers in London to commentators across global media, the narrative around Kate in 2026 has shifted dramatically. What was once framed as a supportive consort role has become, in expert assessments, a linchpin position, essential for continuity, credibility, and coherence within the royal family structure. A new era for the firm. For decades, the British monarchy, colloquially known as the firm, has balanced deep tradition with the pressures of modern public life. Royal roles have traditionally been determined by birthright and lifelong preparation. Yet the emergence of Kate, who entered royal life without aristocratic roots, has upended many expectations. Rather than being a peripheral figure, Kate is increasingly recognized as a core architect of the monarchy's future identity. Insiders describe Catherine's influence as manifest across multiple fronts. She plays a vital role in mediating relationships within the family, shaping public engagement strategy, and aligning the monarchy with societal priorities that resonate with younger generations. In doing so, she has earned not only public affection but also institutional reliance. Credibility through authenticity. A key element of Kate's importance in 2026 lies in her perceived authenticity. Unlike many traditional royals who were groomed since birth for public service, Kate's background and life experience, including her university education, professional experiences, and middle-class upbringing, give her a relatable public persona. Observers argue that this relatability translates into credibility. The public sees her not as an emblematic figurehead but as someone they feel they know, trust, and understand. This authenticity has, according to many analysts, reinforced the monarchy's relevance during a transitional period marked by both personal and institutional testing. In recent years, the royal family has weathered significant trials, including the well-publicized health challenges of its senior figures, evolving public expectations, and cultural debates about the role of monarchy in a modern democracy. Against this backdrop, Kate's steadiness and self-possession are widely viewed as stabilizing forces. Sources of strength, family, duty, and resilience. Kate's journey to centrality has been shaped by her personal experiences as much as her public roles. After facing her own serious health challenges in 2025, she has returned to public life with a renewed focus on both the duties of her position and the priorities she believes are worth championing. Her decision to prioritize meaningful engagements over sheer volume has been interpreted as a strategic recalibration, one that demonstrates intentional leadership rather than passive display. Analysts highlight that her measured return to duty has underscored resilience rather than withdrawal. Instead of fading after illness, Kate's reappearance on the royal stage in early 2026 has been framed as a reaffirmation of her commitment to her family, her causes, and the monarchy as a whole. Importantly, her approach balances compassion with a disciplined sense of duty. She has increasingly appeared at charitable engagements, spoken about issues such as early childhood development, and shown leadership in initiatives that connect the monarchy with everyday societal concerns. These efforts are seen by commentators as precisely the kind of modern monarchy work that rebuilds goodwill and relevancy. A diplomatic mediation within the family. Within the royal household itself, Kate is frequently described as a peacemaker and an empathic mediator, someone uniquely positioned to maintain cohesion among senior family members. Where tensions can arise due to differing approaches and generational divides, observers say Kate's interpersonal skills create bridges rather than fissures. Her relationship with the king and with her husband, the heir to the throne, is often highlighted as particularly harmonious. These relationships are portrayed not only as familial but as strategic alliances that guide the monarchy through delicate internal negotiations. In an institution where unity is often as important as public image, The ability to foster collaboration and maintain calm through times of stress is seen by many experts as invaluable. In this context, Kate's influence is described as the glue that helps preserve stability, both within the family and in the broader narrative the monarchy presents to the world. Balancing tradition and modernity. A recurring theme among analysts is that Kate exemplifies a balance of tradition and modernity. She embraces time-honored royal duties with dignity, but also infuses her role with contemporary relevance, including an emphasis on issues like mental health, community well-being, and family life. This duality distinguishes her from royal figures past and present. It renders her accessible yet regal, relatable yet authoritative. Through her public engagements and patronages, Kate has worked to connect the monarchy with causes that resonate broadly, especially among younger generations who increasingly question the relevance of hereditary institutions. By using her platform to highlight issues like early childhood support and community cohesion, she bridges the perceived gap between palace walls and daily life. This ability to straddle different worlds, traditional and progressive, positions her as a unique ambassador for the monarchy's ongoing evolution. Public affection and institutional support. Public sentiment around the monarchy is a complex mix of admiration, critique, and cultural interrogation. Within this landscape, Kate's popularity emerges as a critical asset. Her visibility and message often evoke warmth and optimism, qualities that analysts argue fortify the monarchy's social capital. Her balance of family roles, personal authenticity, and public duty resonates with many who seek leaders they can respect and connect with emotionally. This public affection translates into broader institutional support, a figure who personifies both continuity and adaptability. This dynamic, of being beloved by the public while respected within the institution, is rare in modern royal history. And for many experts, it is precisely what makes her central to the monarchy's strategy in 2026 and beyond. Strategic engagements and leadership roles. Throughout 2026, Kate's schedule reflects not just ceremonial appearances but strategically chosen engagements that reinforce her role as a leading figure in the institution's public narrative. From healthcare discussions that build empathy and public awareness to community projects that align the monarchy with grassroots efforts, her engagements are carefully curated to signal leadership, continuity, and empathy. Unlike past approaches that emphasized sheer event count, her strategy is now understood as impact over frequency, selecting moments that offer depth and long-term resonance. This shift signals a new form of royal leadership, one that relies on purposeful presence instead of perfunctory obligation. Championing a connected monarchy. Increasingly, Kate's role is framed as connecting the monarchy with people's lived experiences. Her patronages emphasize issues that are universal: childhood development, mental health support, and community well-being, and her engagements often bring her into direct contact with individuals whose stories reflect broader social themes. In their advocacy and public statements, experts note that she often uses her platform not to assert personal ideology, but to elevate voices and causes that may otherwise go unheard. This approach reinforces the monarchy's role as a cultural bridge between tradition and the evolving concerns of the public. In this sense, her work has become symbolic of a more outward-looking monarchy, one that listens as much as it leads. The future queen in focus. While Prince William remains the heir to the throne and King Charles's legacy is still unfolding, Catherine's role is increasingly portrayed as not merely supportive but instrumental. In the narrative of the British monarchy's future, she is often described as a central pillar, not just by virtue of her marriage but because of the distinctive impact she has forged through her work, personality, and resilience. In an era characterized by rapid cultural shifts and heightened public scrutiny, the ability to remain composed, relevant, and authentic is invaluable. On these counts, many analysts argue that Princess Kate has proven herself not only capable but crucial. Her story, from a young woman entering royal life to a steadfast leader in a pivotal historical moment, reflects the evolving role of monarchy itself. Whether through diplomatic poise, strategic public engagements, family leadership, or authentic connection with the public, Catherine's position in 2026 is often framed as indispensable to the institution's continuity. In the eyes of many observers, she is not merely a fixture of royal pageantry but a central architect of its modern identity, a figure who brings dignity, depth, and direction to the monarchy's role in the 21st century.